Hello, dear friends. Have you ever researched something deeply only to realize you couldn't talk about it because people would think you were crazy? Opinion piece. Galactic Prophecies. Shell Game. Rescue Bubble. New Earth Era. The Dark Fleet. Solar Guardian. The Law of One. Galactic Awakening. Gaza Peace Agreement. Year of Great Revelation. Secret Space Program. Let's start. Humanity is transitioning toward a higher consciousness and a cosmic liberation that includes a series of profoundly transformative events, according to the Galactic Prophecies of Ismael Perez. 2025 is considered the year of the Great Revelation, with a massive increase in collective consciousness due to the disclosure of hidden truths and the appearance of unusual aerial phenomena. In his opinion, the Earth is protected by a galactic rescue bubble to avoid catastrophic disasters, although movements in the Earth's axis and moderate natural disasters are expected. There is also talk of a shift in density, where humanity will begin to move toward higher dimensions, with a bifurcation or separation of timelines. The transition from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius is marked by a period of enlightenment and unity. He also predicts a massive spiritual awakening and the lifting of the veil of mind programming, leading to an increase in conscious connection with our star family and an awakening of humanity to higher level of consciousness. Significant technological advancements are mentioned, such as free energy devices, holographic regeneration beds, and the colonization of other planets, especially Mars. Help. Humanity is on the front lines of a planetary awakening, leading to liberation from the enslavement of the dark side and its artificial intelligence-controlled network, according to Ismael Perez. The coalition cooperates with benevolent multidimensional beings from higher planes who follow the law of one and the natural evolution of the worlds, guiding humanity toward its ascension and preparation for galactic revelation. These beings help neutralize hidden threats and break down false timelines that sustain the power of the dark side. The arrival of a solar flash is expected, which will trigger the activation of human DNA and the transition to a new era of consciousness. Ismael Perez describes the dark side as driven by a rogue artificial intelligence that has infiltrated Earth's technological and political systems, seeking to control humanity through finance, surveillance, and weapons systems. This influence is said to have ancient origins and seeks assimilation and domination, hindering humanity's organic ascent. The coalition with multidimensional allies is dismantling this network, attacking the artificial intelligence strongholds in underground bases, orbital platforms, and quantum nodes. Energy shielding and interdimensional tactics support this effort, facilitating humanity's awakening to sovereignty and new timelines favorable to liberation. Advanced technologies and interdimensional tactics are being deployed to neutralize the artificial intelligence strongholds hidden in underground bases, orbital platforms, and quantum communication nodes. False timelines where the dark side holds power will be dissolved, expanding the timelines where sovereignty and awakening prevail. The new era promises a new world and the return of humanity's cosmic destiny, in line with the law of one and the natural evolution of wealth. Sola Guardian. Ismael Perez also delves into the hidden origins of the secret space program, Solar Warden, described as Earth's secret fleet tasked with defending itself against external threats and rogue artificial intelligences from beyond the solar system. He presents the existence of genetic super soldier programs, experiments with hybrid humans, trained psychic warriors, and secret factions. Ismael Perez presents a narrative of multidimensional galactic war, where two secret space programs, the Dark Fleet and the Solar Warden, represent opposing sides in a battle for the fate of humanity. These events are supported by alliances and operations of multidimensional beings, advanced technology, and temporal manipulation. The purpose would be the liberation and ascension of humanity's struggle against agendas of control, genetic manipulation, and transhumanism driven by negative forces, especially a Draco-derived artificial intelligence. Highlighted revelations include the resurrection of ancient demigods and the Project Oak, telekinetic soldiers participating in galactic combat through Stargate Project, and thousands of enhanced humans living normal lives, unaware of their galactic service. It also explores the Dark Fleet alliance between Draco entities and cyborgs, placing humanity on the rise through advanced interstellar defense operations. Opinions. Invisible warfare. Tucker Carlson denounces the use of directed energy weapons and cognitive warfare to gain control over another human being. Judy Minton reports on potential financial and political turmoil linked to the new gold-backed quantum financial system, and urges caution regarding unverified information on social media, while claiming imminent changes that benefit the public. Dr. Stephen Greer explains the historical context of human-created UFO technology since the 50s, including stable gravity control mastered in 1954, and how it has been used for covert operations and psychological warfare. Greer emphasizes the importance of truthful disclosure to avoid misunderstandings and allow for peaceful contact and the release of revolutionary technologies. Big Daddy highlights the reality of a global and galactic revolution. Key points include overcoming spiritual isolation, the importance of soul tribes over bloodlines, and the future role of awakened individuals in helping the greater humanity regain consciousness. The speaker encourages viewers to prepare for drastic societal changes, such as independence movements, by focusing on personal empowerment and adaptation in tumultuous times. In a world dominated by geopolitical instability, economic restructuring, and the spiritual quest finding a source that connects these disparate threats can be challenging. Ellie Weber emphasizes that amidst such turbulence, the greatest defense is personal spiritual growth, unity, and maintaining inner calm. For Weber, spiritual warfare is internal, a battle against ego and self-importance that must be won before external change can manifest. Full thought summary. The British intelligence chief believes Trump, in quotes, is madder than a March hare, but that it was a necessary evil at the time of his inauguration. Close quotes. Trump proposes a dollar coin with pictures of himself on both sides. According to the Washington Post, government shutdowns are a common autumn right in dysfunctional governments, but this one is unlike any that has come before. A source linked to Asian royal families sums up the situation this way, in quotes: "The entire Trump administration is a reality show. Tariffs are nothing more than a way to transfer digital money from one country to another. Everyone is involved except Russia. China is also playing a game, as it has its own financial problems. This is a shallow game. It's all an illusion. The elite pulling the strings are running out of chips, so to speak." Zelensky has offered a unilateral ceasefire after Russian attacks devastated Ukraine's ability to protect its population from the cold as winter approaches. French President Emmanuel Macron is spending 148 million euros on a luxury bunker for himself. Germany is also on the verge of collapse as its economy implodes. More than 22,000 companies are expected to file for bankruptcy by 2025, a record. When Germany and France fall, the EU will fall too. The European Parliament reached the 25% threshold of MEPs needed to convene a committee of inquiry into the Ursula von der Leyen scandal, but the Parliament's bureau halted the investigation. In the Czech Republic, Andrej Babiš just won the elections and pledged to halt aid to Ukraine and prioritize the Czechs. The Chinese have managed to reverse aging in monkeys using stem cells. This means they are close to achieving immortality. A German architect has developed a transparent solar sphere that can generate up to 70% more energy than traditional panels, not only in full sunlight, but also on cloudy or moonlight days. The West will shine again as soon as it frees itself from its parasites, says Fulford. Middle East. Ceasefire in Gaza takes effect after the agreement is signed. Celebrations continue in parts of the Gaza Strip. Hamas will release all 20 live captives, and Israel will withdraw from most of besieged Gaza. Hamas claims live hostages will be exchanged for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners within 72 hours of the agreement's implementation. The Israeli military wants Palestinians not to return to northern Gaza as attacks continue despite the ceasefire. Israel launched new attacks on Gaza despite the agreements. Hours after signing the agreement, Israel launched the massive bombardment of Gaza. Hamas shot down an Israeli helicopter. Trump will visit Israel this weekend to deliver a speech to the Knesset. Trump says, in quotes, "Everyone loves Israel again after the new peace agreement." Do Gazans love Israelis? Flags were waved in Pakistan to show support for the Palestinians. Israel is now preparing for a new conflict, this time with Iran. According to a Chinese historian, the war in Gaza reflects an ancient ritual of human sacrifice before major wars. Trump threatens to bomb Iran again and says he wouldn't wait that long. Egypt wants US troops in Gaza as part of a peacekeeping mission. Hamas wants Turkish troops deployed in Gaza. World peace would be the ultimate indicator that everything we have been waiting for is very close. Other news. Trump makes the decision to send Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine. Russia will shoot down Tomahawk missiles and bomb their launch sites if the US decides to supply them to Ukraine. Dialogue between Russia and the US to resolve the conflict in Ukraine has been suspended. Trump says he may invoke the Insurrection Act to restore law and order. According to journalist Lara Logan, the media is hiding the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. Commander Valiantor broke his neck, and several beings of light were injured. Spanish police uncover a fraudulent network of fake residencies and sham marriages used by illegal immigrants. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.